Today's notes are on ratio tables. A ratio table organizes data into columns that are filled with pairs of numbers that have the same ratio or are equivalent. An equivalent ratio expresses the same relationship between two quantities. And when you're scaling, you're either multiplying or dividing two quantities by the same number. So let's look at example number one. So this ratio table is a horizontal table, but you will also see ratio tables written as vertical tables. So you may see it look like this. Okay? So vertical or horizontal, whichever is fine. Example number one says you need 1 cup of rolled oats to make 24 oatmeal cookies. And when you use the table to find how many oatmeal cookies you can make with 5 cups of rolled oats. All right, so we have a 1 to 24 ratio. So we want to know how many we can make with 2 cups of oats. So in this case, that means we're going to multiply this 1 to 24 by 2. Okay, so 1 times 2 gives us 2. 24 times 2 gives us 48. All right, so you see we multiply both numbers of our ratio by the same number. And then in this case, it was 2. All right, for 3, we'll do the same thing. And we get 72. Okay, and then for 4, we're going to do the same thing, and we get 96. So for 5, we're going to do the exact same things. 5 times 1, 24 times 5, and we get 120 cookies. So with 5 cups of oats, we can make 120 oatmeal cookies. Example number 2. A department store has socks on sale for 4 pairs for $10. And we're going to use a ratio table to find the cost of 6 pairs of socks. All right, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to find the unit rate. And in order to find the unit rate, that means we're going to divide the cost by the number of pairs of socks. All right, so when we divide 10 by 4, we get $2.50. So 1 pair of socks costs $2.50. And in order to find out how many 6 pairs of socks cost, we're going to multiply 1 times 6, 250 times 6. And we get $15 for 6 pairs of socks. And it says in this case, you must scale back. So first we divide it in order to get 250. And then it says, what is the cost of 1 pair? And we stated that 1 pair costs $2.50. Example number 3. At a dog shelter, a 24-pound bag of dog food would feed 36 dogs a day. How many dogs would you expect to feed with a 16-pound bag of dog food? So let's fill in the ratio table. So they told us 24 pounds feeds 36 dogs. All right, so first we're going to scale back just so we can see what our lowest or simplified rate is, or ratio is. So let's divide by 12 because 12 is the largest number that 24 and 36 have in common. All right, so we're dividing by the same number. Both numbers by the same number. So 24, that gives us 2, and then this is 3. So we get a 2 to 3 ratio. All right, so our question says, how many dogs can you feed with 16 pounds of dog food? All right. So now I'm going to look and I'm going to see, all right, what do I multiply 2 by in order to get 16? And I know 8 times 2 is 16. So I'm going to multiply 3 by the same number. So I get 24. So I can feed 24 dogs with 16 pounds of dog food.